Good morning. This is Teacher Kath and welcome to our class for TLE Home Economics Cookery. We are on lesson 2, so stretch your muscles, ready your pen and paper to take down notes. At the end of the lesson, you are expected to identify the egg components and its nutritive value. Eggs consist of approximately 9.5% eggshell, that includes the shell membrane, 63% albumin, and 27.5% yolk. The main components are 75% water, 12% proteins, and 12% lipids, as well as carbohydrates and minerals. Today, we are going to talk about eggs and appreciate its nutritive values. Maybe we only know about eggs that it has eggshell, egg white, and egg yolk. Further than that, I don't think we know a lot. So today, let us have an anatomy of an egg. Studies show that there's more to discover about eggs than what we already know. For eggs come in different sizes and colors, and you may have never thought what else to learn about eggs. And with that, let us find out what those are. Let's start with the shell. It is the egg's exterior surface which consists the 9 to 12% of the egg's total weight depending on the egg size. It protects the egg from bacterial contamination. Cracked eggs have risk of contamination. Second, we have the air cell. This is the vacant space between the white and the shell. It can be or it can barely be seen in a newly laid egg. As the egg cools down, the inner membrane will now detach from the outer shell layer to form air cell. We usually crack the part that we eat balut or penoy. The next one is the calciferous or the thick albumin. It is the inner thick white layer of an egg which is responsible for keeping the yolk in the center. The fourth one is the thin albumin or the egg white. Albumin is also called the egg white, which consists mostly of the egg's liquid weight, about 67%. This is produced from the oviduct or the passageway of the fallopian to the ovaries. The fifth one is the chalaza. This is the gelatinous strand of egg white in both sides of the egg. The anatomy of the egg is often mistakenly seen as an imperfection or a beginning embryo, which is not because of its gelatinous structure. That's the chalaza. Next is the germinal disc. This is the entry of the latebra, the passage directing to the center of the yolk. The germinal disc is hardly noticeable as a small depression on the exterior of the yolk. When the egg is fertilized, the sperm enters through the germinal disc and travels to the center, and a chick embryo will begin to form. Next one, we have the membranes. These are the shell layer and the vitelline layer. Inside the shell are two layers, the interior and the exterior layers. The vitelline layer protects the yolk, which shields it from breaking. Lastly, we have the yolk. This is the yellow to yellow or orange portion, which consists of 33% liquid weight of the egg. This is formed from the ovary to the outside of the surface of the yolk. The yolk material provides the food source of the embryo or the embryonic growth. Did you know that one large egg contains varying amount of certain essential vitamins and minerals, high quality protein, all for 70 calories only. Yes, eggs are good for healthy weight loss diet program. High quality protein like riboflavin and selenium are found in the egg white. Majority of the egg's nutrient package is found in the egg yolk. The nutrients are the following. First, we have the vitamin D for bone health and immune function. Eggs are one of the only foods that naturally contains vitamin D. The second one is the choline. Choline is very important for normal functioning of all cells. Pregnant women can benefit highly on eggs because of choline that supports healthy brain development of the fetus. The third one is the lutein and the zeaxanthin. Zeaxanthin are antioxidants that are believed to reduce the risk of developing cataracts and slow the progression of age-related macular degeneration, a disease that develops with age. One egg has only 75 calories, but 7 grams of high-quality protein, 5 grams of fat, and 1.6 grams of saturated fat, along with iron, vitamins, minerals, and carotenoids. The egg is a powerhouse of disease-fighting nutrients like lutein and zeaxanthin. That is why eggs are very famous foods for people who are doing a low-calorie diet. So let us learn the characteristics of an egg. And why do we have to learn them? If you will be an entrepreneur and have to sell and market eggs, the egg's physical characteristic plays an important role, especially for hatching eggs successfully. Egg parameters include the following but is not limited to: first, we have this weight, and then the shell thickness. The third one is the porosity, which means the number of pores of the egg shells. When porous eggs are laid in a dirty environment, the chances are higher for bacteria to be sucked inside the shell and contaminate the egg. And therefore, it will affect greatly the hatching ability of the egg, and the success rate for hatching is lower. The fourth one is the shape index. It is described as the maximum breadth to length ratio. And then we have the consistency of the contents. The egg quality has two components. First is the shell quality. It means harder shell, are shells cracked or clean or very thin. And the other is the interior quality. With this in good quality, microbiological and functional property is directly affected. Eggs are graded according to this quality. Eggs are also classified by egg size. See the table below or on the next slide for its classification. Here it is. The jumbo size weight is 840 grams for 1 dozen. So to get the average weight per egg, divide 840 by 12 and you'll get 70 grams. The same step for the rest of the egg classification. Here are some eggs experiments you can do to observe the parts of the egg and to tell if eggs are of quality and fresh. The first one is you can soak an egg with vinegar overnight and see what happens with it. The second one is do a float test to find out how fresh and how old eggs are. If the egg floats or tilts upward, it is old. If it sinks, it's fresh, but it doesn't tell if the egg is bad or not. Why old eggs float? As an egg ages, the small air pockets inside the eggs grow larger, and according to science, more air trapped in a container, it will make an object float, like a balloon or ball. Eggs or egg is an absolute food, which means eating eggs alone can meet the nutrients our body needs. It contains high quality protein with all necessary amino acids, all of the vitamins besides vitamin C, and many minerals. Like mother's milk, egg provides natural protein. Just look at the table and see the nutrient content of a large egg. Isn't it amazing? So did you enjoy learning about eggs? After this lesson, you will never look at eggs the same way again. So try the suggested experiments and learn more. Don't forget to read over your module for activities that are given with your learning plan. See you next time. This is Teacher Kath signing off.